Hi students, I am Vinod from Department of Civil Engineering. In previous class, I started the unit 4 named as a design of canals. In that unit, we have to discuss about what is a canal, what are the different types of canals, at the same time what are the different parts existing in that canal. Now I want to discuss about how to design a canal. Here we are able to design a canal. We have two kind of silt theories. Those are first one Kennedy's theory and second one named as a Lacey's theory. Okay, now we have to discuss about those two things and how to design a canal based on these two silt theories. Okay, now come to first one, Kennedy's method of channel design. Channel is a synonym for canal, no, don't confuse. Okay, so here Kennedy's method of channel design, how to design a channel while using a Kennedy's method. Okay, here the design procedure I will explain step by step, so listen carefully. Okay, here in that first one we have to assume a trial value of D in the sense depth of the channel, it will be taken in meters. Okay, here assume a trial value of D is nothing but depth, it will take in meters. Okay, then we have next step we have to calculate the velocity. Okay, velocity V0 from the below equation 0.55 m d to the power of 64. Okay, here what is meant by D is nothing but it is a depth which we have already assumed the trial value, and remaining unknown value is m. Is a coefficient which is depends upon the silt factor. Okay, here m is nothing but also called it as a CVR. Okay, cumulative velocity ratio, so which is varies from 1.1 to 1.2 for coarser sand type of soils and 0.9 to 0.8 for finer type of sand soils. Okay, so based on those values we have to calculate the V0. This is velocity. We have already known about continuity equation, so discharge is equal to area into velocity. Based on this formula we are able to calculate the area. So discharge will be given by the authorities, then velocity we are already find out in step 2, then here we have to calculate the area. Okay, area, so we are already assumed value D and here we find out the area, then based on D and area means depth and area, then calculate the remaining dimensions of the canal. Means here the width of the channel is another dimension, depth already assumed, and we are know the area. Based on this formula BD plus D squared by 2. Here assuming side slopes of the canal are half is to 1 of horizontal and 1 vertical. Then here we are calculating the area based on this formula. Okay, next step we are calculate the perimeter and hydraulic mean depth. Okay, P perimeter B plus D square root of 5. Here B is width of the canal, D is depth of the canal, and that is hydraulic mean depth. R is equal to area by perimeter. So area, here we have the formula for area BD plus D squared by 2. Then here perimeter formula, the ratio between those two things we get the value of hydraulic mean depth. And finally we have to calculate the mean velocity of flow by using Cutter's equation. So this is the Cutter equation. Okay, here 23 plus 1 by n plus 0.00155 by s by 1 plus 23 plus 0.00155 by s into n by square root of r into square root of r s. Here r we are already known about the r is nothing but hydraulic mean depth. Okay, here what is meant by n? N is a rugosity coefficient which is depends upon the type of the soil. In geotechnical engineering we had know about so many kinds of soils like black cotton, alluvial and silt. So based on that type of soil we have to find out the n, and s is a slope of the channel. Okay, here don't confuse, it is not as a side slope of the channel, it is bed slope of the channel. Yes. So here substituting all the values, we are able to find out the velocity, and finally this velocity will be equal to the velocity which we are already calculated in V0. Then only this method will be correct. Otherwise we have to change the value of d and again make these steps again. Why? When the velocity from Cutter's equation is equal to velocity of from Kennedy's equation. Okay, these two become equal, then only our depth value will be equal. So this is a trial and error method. Okay, I hope all of you understood. Okay, while coming through the any type kind of definitions or derivation, we have lot of drawbacks. In that first one here clearly mentioned that drawbacks in Kennedy's theory. So width to depth ratio he will be ignored. Okay, he will not consider as a width to depth ratio. This is one of the major drawback, and it doesn't work permanently. Okay, means any canal will be designed by using Kennedy's theory. It will be temporary purpose only. Okay, not bad. So the silt effect will be very more in Kennedy's equation. Okay, he didn't give any slope equation. So these are the slope in the sense here I am saying about the bed slope. Yes, so he will not able to give any slope equation. Okay, so listen carefully. So he will not design based on B to D ratio, and this is not a permanent one. At the same time silt factor he will be not declared. At the same time he will also not give slope equation also. So this is about the Kennedy's theory. So next, for another method of design of channels is nothing but Lacey's theory. Okay, so here we have to know how to design a canal by using Lacey's theory. Here also I will explain step by step procedure. Listen carefully. So in the first step, calculate the silt factor. F is equal to 1.76 square root of md. Here m suffix d is nothing but mean diameter of the silt particle. Okay, mean diameter of the silt particle. Once we are now able to calculate the f, hence the compute the velocity v is equal to q f squared by 140 whole power 1 by 6. Here q is the discharge value, f already here we are calculating the silt factor. Based on this we are able to calculate the velocity. Okay, next determine area. Based on continuity equation we have q is equal to a into v. Based on this a is equal to q by v. Then calculate a. Okay, compute the perimeter. Here calculate the perimeter. P is equal to 4.75 square root of q. Okay, 4.75 square root of q. Q is nothing but discharge, and calculate b and d as based on we are already know the formula for trapezoidal section. A is equal to bd plus d squared by 2 and p is equal to b plus d square root of 5. Here already calculate the area and here already calculate the perimeter. So substituting those two values in this equation, we are able to calculate the b and d based on certain equations. Then assume the side slopes of is to 1. So here we have idea about what is the width, again what is the depth of the channel. Here we are able to calculate. Okay, finally next step, we are calculating two kinds of hydraulic mean depth. First one based on this value 5 by 2 into v squared by f. V in the sense velocity, f is nothing but silt factor. Again calculate the hydraulic mean depth. BD plus d squared by 2 means a. P perimeter b plus 2.236 d. Okay, once the two r values will be equal, then only this section will be adoptable. Otherwise we have to check again this from step 1 to step 5. So here clearly mentioned that slides bed slope equation f to the power of 5 by 3 by 3340 q by q to the power of 1 by 6. Here F is nothing but silt factor and Q is the discharge. Okay, this is the bed slope equation. S is equal to 5. Okay, so this is the design of a channel by using Lacy's theory. Now here also we are having so many drawbacks. Now I will discuss those things. Drawbacks from Lacy's theory. Here he will only one term, that is F, silt factor. Each and every equation the major predominant thing is F. Okay, in general situation the single factor value will not be adaptable for designing anything. Okay, this is major drawback. And he will not give the concentration amount of silt. Okay, this is another drawback, because he will not clarify how much of silt come here and how to maintain the silt. That is the second drawback. And fourth drawback, how to affect the silt on canal banks is also ignored. Okay, these three are the different drawbacks in case of Lacy's theory. Okay, these two are the different two kinds of designs of channels. First one Kennedy, and at the same time second one. Okay, next third thing in this comparison of Kennedy's and Lacy's theory. Okay, while I want to explain these things by putting those two designs side by side. Okay, while see here, first of all, in case of Kennedy's theory, the trial version of depth he will assume. Okay, but in Lacy's theory, it is not a trial and error method. It is one of the major method. That is the first main comparison. Kennedy's theory is a trial and error method, and Lacy's theory is a main normal. It is having single method. Okay, here the Kennedy's theory mainly based on depth and velocity. Okay, here see here depth, and finally we will conclude at the velocity's equation. Okay, and while coming through the Lacy's equation, here the major thing is velocity and hydraulic mean depth criteria. He will be used Lacy's. Kennedy's will be used velocity criteria. This is another comparison. Okay, and while coming through the next one, he used Cutter's formula to calculate the velocity. Kennedy's use Cutter's formula to calculate the velocity, and Lacy's use his own formula to calculate the velocity. Okay, and next thing, Kennedy didn't give any equation to calculate the bed slope, but in case of Lacy's he will give slope equation. Okay, so these are the major comparisons between Kennedy's and Lacy's. So I will repeat the comparisons once again. Kennedy's method is trial and error method, but Lacy's theory was the main method. It didn't have any trial and errors. Kennedy's used velocity theory. At the same time, Lacy's used hydraulic mean depth theory. Okay, hydraulic mean depth. In case of Kennedy's, he used Cutter's formula to calculate the velocity. Lacy's he developed his own formula to calculate the velocity. In case of Kennedy, he didn't give any equation for bed slope, but Lacy's give equation for bed slope. So these are the methods of designing of a canals. So one is Kennedy and second one is Lacy's. I hope all of you understood. Thank you.